Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen wassalatu wassalam ala Sayyidil Mursaleen wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Zakat on business investment. This subject is little complicated. Those people who are in business must maintain their records regularly. The most important thing they have to do is they have to keep their record of their investment, and they have to take the inventory of the business on a fixed date of the year, and that has to be a lunar year. For example, 1st of Muharram, 1st of Safar, 1st of Ramadan, 1st of Rajab, 10th of Ramadan, whatever it may be, you should close the business on that day, and you have to take the inventory. Nowadays, it has become very easy because everything is computerized. Everything is computerized, and your computer will tell you the value of present stock, and computer will tell you the payables, the amount that has to be paid to the suppliers, and the computer will also tell you the receivables which you have to receive from different people. So you can calculate the amount of total assets after deducting the payables and after adding the receivables. So this has to be calculated every year on a particular date. This is necessary for every Muslim businessman who is running a business. Now, the target is to know what was his zakatable asset. What was his zakatable asset last year, and what is the zakatable value of his assets today. For example, he paid zakat on 1st Muharram last year. He has to pay zakat on 1st of Muharram this year also. And he should know what was the zakatable amount last year, and he should know the amount of zakatable asset as of today. The previous year inventory will tell you that how much money stayed with you all the way throughout the year. And today's inventory will guide you what to be paid next year on 1st of Muharram. Now, when you are taking the inventory of the shop or inventory of the business, you have to see the fixed assets and the assets which are liquid, the products that are saleable. This is very important point. For example, a man opened a shop with an amount of $1 million. $1 million. Now, out of this $1 million, he has paid a rent of $100,000 for 1 year. $100,000 rent for 1 year. And then he decorated the shop, and he had furniture, fixtures, equipments, and scales and computers and chairs and tables and whatnot. And they are worth, for example, $300,000. So you paid rent of $100,000, and you paid for the furniture and fixtures and shelves and scales and computers and tools and whatnot, and you spent $300,000. And the amount of liquid assets is $600,000 out of a total $1 million investment. So he has to pay zakat only on liquid assets, only on those items which are sellable. He doesn't have to pay zakat. He doesn't have to pay zakat on the fixed assets, on furnitures and fixtures and shelves and tables and whatnot. So this has to be very, very clear. So in zakat, this is called urud tijara. Urud tijara means the things that are worth to be sold. They are sellable commodities. So you have to pay zakat only on that amount. And you have to keep a record of every year's inventory, and you have to see your bank account. You have to see your other assets, and finally you calculate the total amount of zakatable assets. Total amount of zakatable assets. As I told earlier, what are your total assets after deducting all the loans and whatnot? Total assets. Then you have to calculate zakatable assets and non-zakatable assets. And if the total amount of zakatable assets are more than the nisab, which is 87.48 grams of gold, the value of which today on 17th of September 2020 is $5,460 US, then you have to pay zakah. If the total value of all your zakatable assets is less than this nisab, you do not have to pay zakat. Allahu a'lamu bis-sawab. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.